Hey guys, normally I don't post a lot of videos. I don't tend to speak my mind on certain matters. I just try to support it but keep a distance from a lot of things. But today I just couldn't let, after what I learned today, I just couldn't let this go any longer. After finding out today, the two guys I looked up to, they were funny, they were cool. One of them was even a school captain. And the best one I believe the school had by a long way. Today we found out they were both being charged with child sex content that they were sharing and ready to distribute more of the stuff on the internet. And that makes me sick to the core, the thing that these guys, who we thought they were the friendliest, nicest guys in the area, who will even attempt such a thing. Like, what goes on inside their mind to make them think that this is okay, that sharing images of underage children to your mates or your clients, like, to you, that's sick. Like, how's that fair? Like, I feel like once you turn 18 and you left school, that's it. Anyone under the age of 18 is no longer, it's off limits until they turn 18. Like, that's not fair. You can't, that's just not right. You can't just do that. Like, that just makes me sick. I've seen it today, and a lot of people were absolutely gutted and absolutely astounded and angry that these guys that we actually allowed to talk to us, to let us be our friends, near our children, near our friends. It's just to do this, to do fucking this. I don't speak my mind on these things, but this is the tip of the bar. To even think that in this community, that scumbags like them are still allowed to do this. They're still allowed to go out there and treat children like they're just nothing but sex objects. It's not right. And I'm so happy that people are starting to finally speak out about this, because this can't be ignored any longer. While this continues to happen, no child is safe. No one is safe while these scumbags, not even just in Australia, but around the world, is allowed to continue this. Like, when I learned, I'm just frustrated that this is even allowed and even gone on ahead. Like, this is not fair and this is not funny. Like, I try to be the cool, funny guy, but this is just, I couldn't not allow this to happen any longer than it should have. And the fact that I feel sorry for the family and the close friends of these guys, because to think that this was going on behind their backs. Like, on the front, on the cover, it looked like they're not, cool, funny guys, looking at fun and all that, enjoy their lives. The next day, and then behind their backs, they're sending off pictures of underage children to their clients to jerk off and have their ways with them. It's just not funny, and this is not fair. And to think that this is continuing to be ignored by the big media corporations, by the government and all that. I usually back the governments and the media. I don't blame them all for this, but this is the fact that this has been happening for so long, and the government's done, and no one's done anything about it. There's organizations that are trying to stop it. There's people trying to stop this, but no one. They're not getting a mention. I don't know how much longer they can ignore this. As a matter of fact, while this is still going on, while children are still being abused, this is never going to go away. Like, when I learned in the United States, when one county apparently has allowed the age of pedophiles, that doesn't matter, they can have sexual interactions with an underage child, as long as the child or the adult in question is no older than 10 years. As long as the minor is between, so for example, a 21-year-old can date a 15-year-old, or a 24-year-old can date a 14-year-old. For in the midst of this, when everyone's trying to stop this, and you just allow that law to pass, just the same as I find out that two guys that I used to know had this sort of stuff. This was going. This is just sick. Why? No more. This has to stop. I kept silent on this for too long, and now you can't be silent any longer. Until we get these scums off the streets, in the cells, or in graves, no child will ever be safe from the words of a pedophile. Until, and then we don't know how. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if it takes a day, it takes a month, it takes a year, it takes the rest of my life, it takes the rest of all our lives, or until the earth's dead. Until these pedophiles are stopped, these child abusers are stopped, these sexual predators are stopped, these bastards are gone from our lives, this will never go away. And no child, no adult, no man, no woman, no boy or girl will be safe from these.